golden hour at the beach. Yeah, I want to use the beach a lot in this, the sea. Yeah, I feel like I can do a lot of this. This is the song. I'll just play it. If it plays. Yeah, very, very uplifting.
Yeah.
Okay, right, what I can shoot with this idea, so the main structure has the narrative. So there's the main chunk, which is the narrative of the two people falling in love. Obviously the boy can't commit, but over time they work it out. I've got a good idea for the narrative, very vivid idea. Can start it at the beach, that's something. Light work. I want to use the studio a lot, bright lights, use weird things like, I don't know, disco balls, fairy lights, I don't know, some toys that have lights on, and then just like blur the image so you can create some nice aesthetic shots. There's a lot I can go into with light work, it's quite a broad thing. And red LED lights for sexier tones and a lot in there. For the beach, I want to use, there's a lot of things I want to do with the beach, but I want to have it as one narrative. I feel like it can have quite a, I don't know how to put it, but like a passive image. Like an image that displays, like it shows what's going on, but it's a still image, and it gives a lot of information without actually having something going on, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I'll go into that in my research report and the things I need to research for the research report. But yeah, generally that. And also for the beach, I can use it in the narrative side, and golden hour, you can do a lot of the beach. Use the beach, like the sea, there's a lot you can do at the beach. Mood board, like this is like kind of the thing I mean here with the still shots. Like you can create quite a nice still shot that conveys an emotion without like having something going on necessarily. And then yeah, this is what I mean with light work.
Yeah.
All of this. Okay, I skipped the mood board apparently. Oh, yeah, there we go. Target audience. This one is generally towards my age range because the people who are going to be in it, 18-year-old, two 18-year-olds, so the cast is our age. Yeah, I think it's the class, education, whatever, like the one above education, because they're not generally going to be earning a lot of money if they're in my age range. The secondary class, I think it's just people who like the song, like people generally who like the song and are going for this, for the song and the music video, not the product I'm making. Yeah, the age range, 16 to 25, yeah. Race, again, I don't feel like it matters. The two protagonists are white English, but I don't think that targets the race at all. I think for this product, it has a slight male split though, 60-40, just for the fact how it has that male chorus part that's about a minute long, that focuses on the male's perspective pretty much entirely. But also there is a lot of female-driven parts, so it's a very close gender split in my opinion. But education, again, I don't think it matters that much. Obviously it's a music video and I want to have a lot of more aesthetic shots, more, I don't know, harder shots, so to have a deeper education in it will help you understand it further, but generally I don't think it's massive to have. Language, again, English speaking, but there's not going to be much language apart from the singers, and it'll be shot Weybridge, Bodmin, Padstow, so yeah, Cornwall. Kit needed, one Canon 80D, but I might want to try out some other cameras. It just depends what test shoots I do. It depends like just really what aesthetic I want to go for after the test shoots I do. Tripods and gimbals, still shots that I want to do, and obviously gimbals for not still shots. Handheld lights for if I want to do anything anything out that might need a bit more light, possibly like in cars, like if I'm taking shots inside of cars, I would need that. For this one I do want to look at other lenses. compared to the documentaries, because I feel like lenses can change a lot. So test shoots, I'll look into using other lenses. It really depends. And obviously, an SD card. For deconstructions, we've got 3. So, Someone That Loves You, it has a music video already, and it kind of has the same narrative. It has 2 people that meet, but it also has this second/third narrative inside of it, which is this subjective narrative, which is this, as you can see it here, it's this woman getting ready, and by the end of the music video, she's ready for like her date with the man, and through the whole thing, it shows clips of her getting ready, and it's like this subjective message throughout the whole thing. And obviously I want to show how it's structured, the aesthetic, all of it. ASAP Rocky, I want to look at this one because of the light work they did and the different effects that they possibly used, because the whole music video looks like that, like it's just bright, in your face colours. Dark Necessities, this one's quite weird, it doesn't fit the vibe I'm going for at all, but how they've structured this music video is like these. It's got, at the start, it starts with just showing like obviously the singers, Red Hot Chili Peppers, but over time it puts in the narrative and it shows all of these other clips that kind of build upon that one narrative, but it has all of these other clips that are random in sense, like kind of, but they do fit and add to the one narrative. So I want to look at how that's structured, and yeah. For my idea for river pollution, so in Camelford, the rivers got polluted by, I can't remember what the chemical was, but it was quite bad. A lot of lives got affected. I think it was like 20,000 lives got affected, and I haven't seen like a documentary on it or like media coverage on it mainly. So to me, this was a subject that could be a personal subject that could like be targeted on, that would be, like obviously it hasn't had media coverage before. It's quite an interesting thing. For this idea, I wanted to shoot Camelford River. I felt like I could do this quite like poetically and like show the river in a really nice way. And then over the course of the interview, where they're kind of giving a voice of God interview style, and they tell how bad the pollution was, how it like they got black water through their taps and all of this. Yeah, like, and people's like health is like affected still to this day. So over the course of the effects they go through, I feel like I can show the other side of the river where the pollution has been affected. And yeah, so I feel like I can do that quite poetically. The interview, I want to have 2 interviews, but I don't know if 2 interviews would be feasible due to the fact how it's quite a personal subject. Like, to have someone sit in front of a camera talking about something that affected their lives like this is quite a personal thing, because obviously it's affected their health and their family, and they haven't had compensation to an extent that they should have, so it's like a sensitive subject. So, but I would like to have two camera interviews, one with someone who's been affected and someone who is a family member of the person who's affected, and show the, obviously, negative, well, the bad things that have happened. Yeah, and interview with a family member. There's a mood board. The target audience for this, I think this was just whichever, okay, I've said in here, whichever class range is my peers, but generally I would say the class range of Camelford, people in Camelford would want to know about this, it's their history of their town, right? So I've said C1, C2 earners, but it can be the ones above that, like B to D, C1, C2 earners, I would say, and possibly people in education as well. I've said in here main age range 16 to 25, but again, if it's in Camelford, the main age range would be 44 to, I would say it would be the older population, because this happened 20 to 30 years ago now, so it would be 50-year-olds that would be wanting to see this, that age range, I would say. Again, racially speaking, the interviewees, my mum knows someone who's been affected, that's why I have this idea, and they're white English, so the interviewees are white English, but I don't think that matters. Gender, 50, I think it's just a 50-50 split. It's the town, people, like, it's general, like